Hi everyone, welcome back to art. This week we're going to be creating a digital artwork. That means we're going to be creating artwork using our computers. For this digital artwork, we're going to be designing our own snowflake. And I'm going to show you right now how you're going to do that here on Schoology. So, make myself a little smaller here. After you watch the video and you look at some pictures of snowflakes, which by the way, these are real photographs of real snowflakes. I just think that's so cool how intricate these designs are. But after you've looked at that and watched this video, you need to click right up here, see where it says My Document? Click on that. Then you should see your name here. You will see a slide to decorate right here. If you don't see it, you might just need to wait a second. So see how mine took a minute there. So give it a second if it doesn't show up, or you can always click right here if you can't see it, but maybe just try to wait a minute first like I did. All right, now I've got two slides here on the left. You only have to do one. I put two in case you wanted to do a second snowflake, but you only need to do one. So see how I have these lines here? Those are just a guide for you to start with. Those won't move. So even though I'm trying to click on them, those are going to stay there. What I can move, however, are these shapes. So you could drag these shapes that I've put on here to decorate your snowflake. So maybe I want to drag these triangles to these four corners. I can also change the size of the shape by clicking on it and then dragging one of these corners. So if I wanted my triangles a little bit larger, I could do that. They don't have to all be the same. I just like when they're the same. I noticed on those pictures of snowflakes, they were very symmetrical. So whatever happened on one line of my line of symmetry, one side of my line of symmetry, the same thing happened on the other. Your design does not have to be symmetrical. I just want mine to be. So another thing you can do to these shapes is change the direction. So see when I click on it, I see these boxes that change the size, but I also see this circle up here. If I hover my arrow over that, it turns to kind of this plus sign. I can click on that and then drag it, and see what I can do here is change the direction of my shape. So I can have my triangles kind of all point outward like that. Then I could take these other shapes and drag them places. Maybe I want these circles on the line here. I have also given you these rectangles. If there's a shape you don't want to use in your design, you can just click delete. So see that? I selected the shape by clicking on it, then I click delete on my keyboard, and now those are gone. So you could delete, if you didn't want any rectangles, you could delete all of them. I think I do want more rectangles though. To copy a shape, you can draw your own shape, which I'll show in a second, or once I have clicked on this rectangle here, I'm going to click the button on my computer that says Control. I'm going to hold that down, and then I'm going to click on the shape and drag it down, and look what happened. It made a copy. So if I hold down Control and I keep doing this, it's going to keep copying those rectangles for me. I don't think I need that many. If you are using a Mac computer, you might have to click Option instead of Control, but Chromebooks or PCs, it should work with Control. So now I think I will add these somewhere on my snowflake. So remember, I can change the size. I can click and drag them where I want. I can click that circle to change the direction. I think I'll put one of these, under each of these triangles. So I click on it, click on the shape, drag it, move that one down, click on the circle to change the direction. Okay, and I'll delete these two. Now I could stop here. I've got a snowflake design, but I think I can add more. To add more, you can add in your own shapes and your own lines. So first, let me show you shapes. See right up here, it looks like a circle overlapping a square. If I hover over it, it says shape. If I click on that, I can get all these different shapes. Look at all these choices here. I can get arrow shapes. These are called call out shapes. I really like some of those. whatever you want. It might be kind of cool. Maybe I'll use this multiply symbol. So I clicked on it and now I have a different cursor here. It kind of looks like a plus sign again. I'm going to click and drag and it will create that shape. I can change the color of the shape by coming up here. See, this looks like a paint bucket filling or pouring out. If I click on that, I can click on the color I want. I'm keeping my snowflake kind of these blue colors. Right now it has a border too. If I don't want that border, or if I want to change the color of the border, I can click the pencil. Clicking transparent will take away the border. Or if I wanted a white border, and if I want to make it really thick, I could do something like that. I think I don't want a border, so I'm going to take that away. Now I can drag my shape where I want it. I like that. I can also add lines to my design. So instead of clicking the shape button up here, I can click the line. If I just click it once, it's going to give me that cursor that I can drag to create my lines. If I click the little arrow next to it, I can choose what kind of line I want. I'm going to start with the regular line and then I'll show you one more too. So I think I might want to add some straight lines here. I did the same thing I did for my shapes. Let me do it again. So I click on line, I click and hold and then drag my mouse where I want it. If I want my line perfectly straight, I also click the shift key and that usually straightens it out for me. I can change the color of the line just like before. I'm going to come over here to this pencil and switch the color. If I want it thicker, I can click on these different bar thicknesses here. It starts on number 1. If I want it thicker, I can choose another number. Now I could just keep clicking this and drawing lines, or I could copy this line by clicking Control, selecting it and dragging it, right? That way it copies the exact line if I wanted the same one copied, which I do. All right, I might change the direction. Sometimes I'll drag over 2 so I can move them both at the same time. Change the direction. All right, oops. If you ever delete something or do something that you don't like, you can undo it. You can come up here and click Edit, Undo, or I usually just use my keyboard. I click Control and then Z. And if you are using a Mac, you would hit Command Z. Okay, I think I'm almost done with my snowflake design. I'm really liking it, but it's a lot of white. I think I want more blues in there. And your snowflake does not have to be all blue. I've seen some really cool designs that use other colors. You could make a rainbow snowflake. Maybe you want to use purple. Maybe you want to use orange. The colors are up to you. So let me add some more shapes here. Ooh, I like this rhombus, kind of a diamond shape. So I selected it from shapes. I clicked and dragged. Then I'm going to change the color. I wanted more blues. If any of these blues are not exactly what I want, I can come down here and click Custom, and then I can select from some different blues. So I already used one that looked like that. Maybe I'll do one that looks like this. Okay. I want a few of those, so I'm going to hit Control and copy it a few times. Maybe I'll put this piece right here and here. Again, I am trying to make mine symmetrical. You do not have to make your design symmetrical. Changing the direction. All right, I think I'll do one last thing. This triangle just looks like a big empty space to me. I think I'll add a shape inside that triangle. You can overlap your shapes too. So let's see, I click on the shapes, hover over shapes. I'm gonna pick the one I want. I think, maybe I'll add a heart. That looks nice. I'll make it kind of small. I want this to be blue too. Maybe I'll do another dark blue. And then I want a few of them, so I'm going to hold Control down and then click and drag my heart. I'm going to drag it where I want it, and then I'm going to change the direction. Sometimes if I only want to move it a tiny little bit, Instead of dragging it with my mouse, I'll just hit the arrow key and that will move it over a little bit at a time. All right. Ta-da. All right, there is my snowflake design. I really like it. When you're done, you need to come up here and click Submit Assignment. If you don't click that, then Schoology tells me that you're still working on it and I can't give you a grade yet. So make sure when you're done, you click Submit Assignment. If you really want to do a second snowflake, you can come to this second slide and do one, but you don't have to. I'm only grading one. So I like mine. I'm not going to do a second one. So I'm going to click Submit. And then it asks me, am I really sure I want to submit? And I am. So I'm going to click Yes, Submit. Oops. Let me try that again. Hopefully you don't get that message. This might be happening because I'm on Zoom right now. All right. Or I'm recording my screen. So when I'm done recording, I will click Submit again and hopefully it will work then. If you have that issue and it's not submitting for you, make sure you send me a message and we'll try to figure out what's going on. I can't wait to see your snowflake designs that are digital or done on the computer.